it is time for book mail. Yeah, everybody likes book mail. I did order some books in the mail. Actually, I ordered them as soon as I got home from Pulp Fest. I guess I wasn't done spending money. These were some things that I specifically was looking for at Pulp Fest, but for whatever reason, didn't get to buy them. And actually, this parcel right here contains a book that I've been recommended many, many times here on YouTube. I did open these packages, not because I didn't want to give you guys the experience of opening them with me, but because I live with my a lot of my family members, and sometimes I just need to make sure that the stuff in these packages is actually for me. So, without further ado, let's check out what's in this first parcel. Right here we have Lord of a Shattered Land by Howard Andrew Jones. This is the first book of his Chronicles of Hanuvar series. I believe it is a trilogy, actually. Yeah, Howard Andrew Jones is a writer that I've not gotten into yet. I've heard great things about him. He was a great fantasy writer and editor. He edited a few different fantasy and science fiction magazines and anthologies. We unfortunately lost him earlier this year. I think he died in January of this year after a long battle with cancer. But his legacy lives on in the form of this series of novels, The Chronicles of Hanuvar. I've been told that this is some really good modern sword and sorcery, which I'm not questioning the quality of Howard Andrew Jones's writing. What I am questioning is whether or not a book this thick can be considered sword and sorcery. I feel like, by its definition, sword and sorcery needs to be restricted to very light, fast-paced, short, pulpy narratives, and this book is over 400 pages, over 500 pages long, actually, so yeah, again, not questioning Jones's writing capabilities. I'm just questioning whether or not people can consider this sword and sorcery or not. But it should be good. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Apparently, it is a sort of fantasy retelling of the life of Hannibal. So that sounds awesome. I also just got this in the mail a couple minutes ago. This is actually two books in one package. One of them was a book that I could have gotten at Pulp Fest, but just chose not to for whatever reason. I think I was running out of time was the case, and I was buying up books left and right. I just didn't have the chance to go to the table and pick it up. And the other thing, we'll get to that. The first thing that I mentioned is actually a book from the Men's Adventure Library Journal. This is I Watched Them Eat Me Alive, edited by Robert Dice and Wyatt Doyle. Wyatt Doyle was actually at Pulp Fest. He spoke on a panel about the art and the writing of Men's Adventure magazines. And so this right here is an anthology of animal attack stories compiled from the old Men's Adventure magazines by Robert and Wyatt. And it has tons of art from those old magazines. That looks awesome. Yeah, look at that. That's amazing. Yeah, I'll have to get around to this sometime soon. Nice hardcover edition we have right here. And then the third thing was something that I was looking for at Pulp Fest, but I just couldn't find it anywhere. This is John the Balladeer by Manly Wade Wellman. This is a collection of his Silver John or John the Balladeer stories. Manly Wade Wellman is one of those old school fantasy, Appendix N, D&D inspirational writers that I have yet to check out. So I think I actually read one of his short stories, but it wasn't anything like the Silver John stories from what I've heard. Nick from the Book Graveyard has been hyping Manly Wade Wellman up, specifically the Silver John stories, for a long time, so I have a feeling that I'll like these. And apparently this is a newer reprint of a book that was compiled and edited by Carl Edward Wagner, who was a good friend of Wellman's. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll have to check these out sometime soon as well. I say that about every single book I picked up, but I mean it with this. I've been meaning to get around to Manly Wade Wellman for some time now. But yeah, that's all the things that I got in the mail recently. Let me know in the comments below. Have you read any of these books? What do you think of them? Regardless, I hope you'll join me in my next video. Until then, as always, farewell and keep reading.